Ever since the Chiefs vs. Patriots AFC Championship game, NFL overtime rules have been heavily scrutinized, questioned, and complained about. Should Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City have been given a shot to tie the game after New England won the coin toss and marched down the field to score? Not according to the rules we currently have in place, which is why so much controversy has arisen and so many different points of view have been brought forward. So as the 2019 season approaches, what really is the best solution to NFL overtime? Today, I figure it out.
It's your choice. Heads. Heads is the call. It is heads. You want the ball.
Hey everyone, and happy NFL training camp. We're officially back into football now that the rookies have hit the field, and the preseason is right around the corner. But let's get right into these relatively simple yet so complicated when you start mulling them over, OT rules, and how they can be changed for the better. Because whether you're pro or anti-Patriots, it's hard not to argue that the Chiefs should have had another opportunity to stay in this football game. For those who need a refresher, the current NFL overtime rules are as follows. A coin toss begins overtime and the winning team chooses either possession of the ball or side. For the regular season, a 10-minute period is played and both teams have a chance to possess the ball unless the team that gets the ball first scores a touchdown. If the teams are tied after they both had their turn with the ball, the rest of the period is sudden death, and if the tie isn't broken by the end of the 10 minutes, the game is recorded as a tie. The same basic rules apply for the playoffs, except 15-minute periods are played until a tie is broken. The periods are structured like regulation quarters, and after 2 periods or 1 OT half is played, the team that lost the opening coin toss gets to choose possession or side. Each team has 3 timeouts per overtime half and no challenges. So that's the system we currently have in place, and I think we all can say with confidence that it's been dramatically improved from the old rules that were in effect up until the 2016 NFL season. Strides have been made to ensure more fairness in terms of both teams getting that coveted chance to have possession. NFL overtime was quite literally next score wins up until the rule change, putting way too much emphasis on the coin toss. But the question we all have after watching that 2018 AFC Championship is, do the current rules still give the coin toss too much value? Because it still feels simply unfair that a team can lose a game without being able to respond on one side of the ball in any way. I mean, one could say that the defense has a very reasonable opportunity to stop the other offense from scoring a touchdown, and since football is a team sport, the team on defense deserves to lose if that can't happen. But this argument is easily debunked when you look at hypothetical situations. Because let's say Kansas City did get the chance to possess the ball after Brady led the Patriots to 7 points. If Mahomes did the exact same thing against the Patriots defense, no one can argue that New England should win because they did it first, something that was literally decided by the coin flip. And this is where the defensive mindset really falls apart, as New England's defense might have been worse than Kansas City's. Sure, the Chiefs' offense deserved the right to possess the ball, but if nothing else, the Patriots' defense should have been tested to see if it was good enough to win the game and go to Super Bowl 53. But of course, this didn't end up happening, and Rex Burkhead's 2-yard touchdown run sent Andy Reid and the Chiefs home without the offense getting any say in the matter. Once the dust settled, though, Kansas City put forth a rule change that was denied, for now, by NFL owners. The proposal called for both teams getting the chance to possess the ball in overtime, even if the initial team scores a touchdown. It also put forth the end of preseason overtime and the winner of the initial regulation coin toss to choose possession or side at the beginning of OT. So we'll have the same rules for the 2019 season, but what do I think the solution is going forward? Well, none of it's as simple as it sounds, mainly because the NFL wants to limit the amount of playing time due to increased player injuries. This is why the college football shootout method, if you will, wouldn't work, as games would go on for too long, especially in the postseason. Here's what I would put into place for the playoffs. A coin toss decides which team possesses the ball first and which side each team plays on. But here are 2 crucial changes. 1, if the opening team scores a touchdown, the other team gets a chance to tie the game with a touchdown of their own. And 2, field goals cannot be scored in playoff overtime, meaning it's touchdown or nothing. If the teams are tied after both possess the ball once, it's not sudden death, and this touchdown or nothing pattern continues for 15 minutes, unless the tie is broken after the latter team possesses the ball. If the score is even at the end of 15 minutes, we go to the special teams to break the tie. The kicker from each team lines up for a 35-yard kick, and if one makes it and the other doesn't, the game is won. If the tie isn't broken, the same thing occurs 5 yards further back, and this continues until 55 yards out, aka 5 rounds deep. From then on, the kicks stay 55 yards out for however many rounds are needed for the tie to be broken. The order is determined by letting the team that lost the overtime coin flip choose. So yeah, kind of a funky proposal, but it would prevent games from going on for too long, guarantee fairness in terms of possession, and put more emphasis on kickers and special teams, which is something I think the game needs. The same thing applies to the regular season, except a 10-minute period is played, and if the teams are tied at the end of it, the game ends as a tie, just like the current situation. I suppose other changes could be made too, like letting the team with the most yardage choose instead of doing a coin flip, but for now I think this would be a good system. Getting to the kicking shootout would be extremely rare, something that would only happen every few years. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. What's the best solution for NFL overtime? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future sports content I make. Thanks for watching, see you later.